Right, what's the deal, y'all? It's your man King Eric, Media Assassin, coming at y'all with another video and giving y'all the album breakdown of the week. I want to talk about Beanie Siegel's The Becoming album. This is around the time where Beans was still that nigga, yo. Like, this is before Beans got shot. He was the Broad Street bully. He was beating up rappers. He was riding gunshot for Rockefeller against Mobb Deep, against Nas, against Queensbridge, against Dipset. Beans was that nigga. Put it that way. So, during this time period, it was also an interesting transition from his first album. Beanie Sigel, when you listen to his albums, he was growing more. But you can also tell that he was trouble. Now, at the time of this release, he was dealing with new fame. He was trying to reestablish himself into a new life as a boss, running a record label, which was State Property Records, running a clothing line, running a sneaker. He had his own sneakers, State Prop, I think. He was doing movies. He was trying to make State Property a whole movement and put Philly on. But as you look on the Becoming documentary that came with this album, he was going through a lot of legal trouble. And this is where you started to really see the cracks within the rock. You can see Dame Dash look stressed, and they ain't look as rock solid as before when it came to dealing with these issues of possibly knowing one of their big artists might be going to prison because them charges were serious. This was also the time where Jay was slowly trying to maneuver himself from Dame and make a new situation happen for himself. But you could tell a lot of changes was happening. You look at the visuals of this album. Beans was sad looking, alone, and felt locked up in a cage. That was a reflection of what he was going through because he recorded this album before going in and serving his time. But this is possibly his best album, in my opinion. He studied the blueprints of Scarface, Biggie, and Tupac to craft better songs. Being descriptive of the dark side of the streets, street life, paranoia, pain. Just like the song, I Can Feel It in the Air. Talking about paranoia. It could be like influenced by Mind Playing Tricks from the Ghetto Boys. Then he also had other dope songs that was really heavy hitting to me. It was like Change Gonna Come, Purple Rain with Bun B, where he talked about his addiction to the purple stuff. Because, you know, they was sipping that lean at that time. And also my favorite two joints up there was Flatline and No Mercy, man. Flatline was going at them haters. And Lord Have Mercy had him portraying himself as somebody that's trying to get out of a bad situation and trying to do good, but he's being misjudged. But what's also dope about The Becoming too is the guests also played up to their strengths. Even though Beans can carry a whole album, like you had Snoop, Redman, Jay-Z, and Cameron, they did their thing on there. But they didn't outshine Beans. They played a great supporting role. But this album, I bet you, had he been out, it would have done much better. And plus, Rockefeller around that time was going through a transition. They were making bigger money, but there were more problems, more legal problems coming around. Then you start seeing the cracks between Jay and Beans. That took its toll as well. But this album here was probably Beanie Siegel's best album to date to me. Like, the first two albums were dope, but he finally got it with this one. It was just unfortunate that he couldn't really push it like they could have. But let me know what you guys think in the comments of the Becoming album. Let me know. Subscribe, hit the like button, holla.